Three, go.
Let's focus on the skill of interpersonal listening and speaking, or ILS. This is the most important skill in language acquisition because there's no time to translate into English for comprehension. The test is asking questions and the students have to answer quickly. So students have to be in the language. I had 13 students who had studied Spanish for 7 years previous here at La Jolla County Day School. These are their full results. In other words, this is how they tested at the start of the year. What they show is that even though they have had 7 years of Spanish learning, out of 13 students, only two achieved intermediate levels and low intermediate levels.
Not really low intermediate levels.
Yeah.
Mid and high.
Well, the intermediates are both in
Oh,
level.
oh, you're right. Okay, continue.
Intermediate low. Okay. Now let's compare the results for the same skill for with that of the 0 years students. So these students that we're looking here at the results for the same skill, but this group has had 0 years of prior learning. And when we tested them in full, they show that 9 students were in novice and 0 were in intermediate, which is more or less what you would expect. But by spring, the spring test shows that 4 are in mid and high novice levels and 3 have made it into the intermediate levels, which means that 3 students have moved into intermediate levels, which is 3 out of 7, which is 43% of the group.
This is only after 1 year.
Yes, and this is only after 1 year. So if we compare the 7 years, the group that have had 7 years of learning against the group that have had 1 year of learning, we can see the difference. So after 7 years of prior learning, only 15% made it to intermediate levels with a grammar textbook approach, the traditional approach. But 43% made it to intermediate levels using the methodologies that I described and used during my challenge year. And this progress was achieved in just 1 year. Boom.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Okay, wait. Do this one more time. This one. No, this one.
This one. Okay, so that's the last of that we looked at, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot how you transferred from this
Right.
to this.
Okay.
You said now if we compare them.
Now, if we compare the 7 year group to the 0 year group.
Yeah.
For the same skill. Well, it is for the same skill. Okay. So, as we have seen, after 7 years of previous learning, for the 7 year group, they've had 7 years of previous learning, but only 15% made it to intermediate levels using the grammar textbook approach, the traditional approach. But in the 0 years group, at the end of their 1 year, 43% have made it to intermediate levels with the methodologies described and used during my challenge year. And this progress has been achieved in just 1 year. That's not very good. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Right. So now let's compare the 7 year group result to the 0 years. Now that's confusing. What is it?
Let's compare the 7-year group to the 0-year group.
Yeah, okay. Now let's compare the 7-year group to the 0-year group for the same skill. So as we can see, after 7 years of prior learning, only 15% make it to intermediate levels with a grammar textbook approach. But in the 0 years group, after their 1 year of Spanish, 43% make it to intermediate levels with the methodologies described and used during my challenge year. And this progress has been achieved in just 1 year.
That's
Not
what you
just
said.
in just 1 year.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me stop the recording.